The Bible tells a beautiful story, one that has been passed down through generations. It's a story about God's love for us, a love that is unconditional and everlasting, a love so big it conquers even death, offering us hope and redemption. In the book of Revelation we find these powerful words that resonate deeply within our hearts. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, a promise that brings comfort in times of sorrow. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Revelation 21 verse 4, NIV. This verse paints a picture of a world transformed. Imagine a world without tears, a place where joy is everlasting. No more sadness, no more heartbreak, only love and happiness. This is the promise God makes to us, a promise of eternal peace. This verse speaks of a future filled with hope, a future where pain and sorrow are no more, a future where every tear is wiped away and every heart is healed. It's a promise whispered in the midst of our tears, a gentle reminder that we are not alone, a beacon of light in our darkest hours, guiding us towards hope. This verse isn't just words on a page, it's a lifeline for those who are hurting. It's a promise that our pain is not the end of the story, but a chapter in a greater narrative. A promise that there is a new day coming, filled with hope and renewal. There's a new day coming, a day where the sun shines brighter, a day filled with joy and peace, where love abounds. A day where tears are replaced with everlasting smiles and hearts are filled with unending joy. Imagine a world without the fear of death, a world where the finality of life no longer haunts us. No more goodbyes, no more emptiness left by those we love. Picture a place where separation is a distant memory and reunions are eternal. This is the promise of Revelation 21 verse 4, a promise that brings comfort and hope to our weary souls. God promises to wipe away every tear, to heal every wound. Every sorrow will be met with His divine comfort, and every pain will be soothed by His love. He promises a place where pain has no power, where sickness and suffering are gone forever. Imagine a world where joy is unending and health is eternal. This is the hope we cling to, the hope that keeps us going when life gets tough. It's a hope that lifts our spirits and strengthens our resolve. It's a hope that transcends our present circumstances, a hope rooted in the eternal. It reminds us that our struggles are temporary, and our future is bright. The old order of things, the one filled with pain and sorrow, will pass away. A new dawn will break, bringing with it a world of peace and happiness. What remains is a promise of pure joy, a promise of life everlasting, a life where every moment is filled with love and laughter. No more tears of grief, no more cries of despair, only tears of joy and cries of celebration will be heard. This is the future God has planned for us, a future where our hearts will be completely healed. A future where love reigns supreme. It's a future where our brokenness is made whole, where our sorrows are turned into joy. A future where every ending is a new beginning and every heartache is transformed into happiness. When we face difficult times, when our hearts are heavy with grief, we can find comfort in this promise. God sees our pain, He hears our cries, and He promises to make all things new. This promise is not just for the future, it's a source of strength for today. Knowing that our pain is temporary, that God has a plan to heal our brokenness, gives us the courage to keep going. It allows us to face each day with hope, knowing that even in the midst of our struggles, God is with us. He's carrying us through the storm, and He'll never let us go. This promise reminds us that we're not alone in our suffering. God is with us every step of the way, offering comfort and strength. He's our refuge and our strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Section 4, Stories of Hope, Whispers of Joy. We see glimpses of this promise fulfilled in the lives of those around us. These moments, though small, are powerful reminders of the beauty and resilience of the human spirit. We hear stories of healing, of bodies mended and spirits lifted, of lives transformed by faith, faith that moves mountains and brings light into the darkest of places. We see the joy that comes from knowing God, a joy that is unshakable and steadfast, a joy that runs deeper than any pain. It is a joy that sustains us through trials and tribulations. These stories remind us that God is faithful to His promises. His love and grace are ever present. They whisper of a hope that is real, tangible, and within our reach, a hope that can sustain us through anything life throws our way. This hope is a beacon guiding us through the storms. They point us to a future where tears are replaced with laughter, where joy is abundant and sorrow is no more, where sorrow gives way to everlasting joy, a joy that is promised and assured. These stories are not just happy endings, they are testimonies of faith and perseverance. They're glimpses of the future God has planned for us, a future filled with hope, love, and endless possibilities. They're reminders that even in the midst of our pain, joy is possible. They're whispers of hope, reminding us that God is always working all things together for our good. His plans are perfect, and His timing is impeccable. Section 5. A future bathed in light. The promise of Revelation 21:4 is a beacon of hope, a light that shines brightest in the darkness. It's a promise that speaks to the deepest longings of our hearts, a promise of a future free from pain and sorrow. It's a future bathed in the light of God's love, a future where every tear is wiped away. Let this promise fill you with hope. Let it remind you that you are loved, you are cherished, and you are never alone. Cling to this promise, for it is a promise of a future filled with joy, a future where love reigns supreme. This is the hope we hold on to, the hope that sustains us. This is the promise of a future filled with God's love, a future where joy knows no end.